んばんは。こんばんは。お久しぶりです。ちょっと1週間ぶりかなぐらいなんですけどこんばんは。あ、SSC さんこんばんは。 TK さんもこんばんは。このゲーム知ってますかこのスタンリーパラブルずっとやりたくて買ったまま放置してたので、ついにやろうと思います。あ、平地さんもこんばんは。あ、しんさんもこんばんは。だってばよ、ナルトだこんばんはよろしくお願いします。こんなわけで、あ、やったことある。マジっすか。私なんかすごい好きなアメリカのストリーマーさんがやってたのをすごい昔に実況を見たことがあって、もう全然内容覚えてないんですけど、それで一回自分でもうやってみたいなと思ってたので行きたいと思います。日本語字幕入れたはずなんでいけると思います。行くぜ。あ、名前聞いたことあります。めっちゃ有名ですよねこれ。どれぐらい内容、もう全然覚えてないです。なんかナレーターがめっちゃ喋ってくるから、そのナレーターに従ったり従わなかったりするゲームっていうのは分かってるんですけど、なんかどういうなんか、確かエンディング複数あるから、なんかその自分の選択でこうストーリーが分岐するタイプのゲームなので。
This is the story of a man named
始まっ
Stanley.
た。字幕
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number
待って、
427.
喋ってること
Employee number
書いてない。
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room
427しか書いてないよ。
427 and he pushed buttons on the
おい
keyboard.
おい、
Orders came
字
to
幕
him
が
through a
字幕
monitor
が
on his desk,
ちょっと
telling
待
him
って
what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
ちょっと待って、
And Stanley
字幕が
was happy.
字幕ができてない確認する
And
べき
then
だっ
one
た。
day, something very
One day.
peculiar happened.
マジ
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to
何の
give
指
him
示も
instructions,
パソコンに表示され
call
て
a
ません
meeting,
と。
or even say hi.
誰もおらんと。
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
アイソレーシ
Something
ョン
was very clearly wrong.
そう、字
Shocked,
幕問題です。
frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
はオフィスから出ましたって言われた。ちょっと待って、ちょっと待って字幕ちょっと待ってちょっと止まる待って、ごめんよ、もう準備不足やん。字幕入れたと思ったんだけどな。せめて英語字幕入れたい。待って、私入れたはずなんだわ。リスニングテストちょっと待って、入れたやん。ダウンロードした、差し替えした、オンにしたぞ。はあ、まあ待ってって、まあ待ってって、まあ待ってって、サブタイトルズ、これをやってんな。ちょっと待ってあ、ロリポリさんこんばんは。こんばんは。ちょっと何が悪いんじゃい。これをこうすればいい。こうして待ちたまえ。 ルキャプションにしろって書いてある。わあ、せめて日本語に英語にしたい。ちょっと一回落とします。ごめんなさい。Today はね、I'm fine. I woke up at 12. よし。We try.
This is the story of a man named
いいんだよ、もうこうは。おい、字幕サブタイトルズはあ。じゃあね、もう英語でやろう。もういいよ。日本語にできなかったよ、私は。外出ろって言われた気がする。ちょっと。Yeah, today was Stanley play. そう、Yes. ちょっと待って。グダグダですまんって。みんなごめんよ。ちょっと待ってな。これ一回捨てますと。なぜこうなんてことだよ。まあ字幕をつけさせてくれ。じゃあちょっともう一回。サブタイトルがないとちょっと頑張れないこのゲーム。OK。Net is dying.
This is the story of a man named
それは
Stanley.
so sad. OK。はい。よし。ちょっと日本語の字幕はちょっと今度入れるわ。頑張ってなんかふわっと日本語訳しながらやります。ごめん。ちょっとマジであれをどうやってやればよかったんだろう。でも部屋から出ろって言われたよね。私はそれをあえて無視していきたいけど、座らせてもらえない？しゃがめた。シュッ出るか。しゃがみでえい。扉開けたら閉める。そう。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
誰も
Stanley
同
decided
僚
to
おら
go
ん。
to the meeting room.
誰もおら
Perhaps
ん。
he had simply missed a memo.
ミーティングルームに行こうと思った。メモをなくしたと思ったからみたいなことを言われたけど、私はメモはどうでもいいので。
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
同僚の痕跡少しも見られませんでしたって言われた。乗った？来た。ジャンプないの？ジャンプ。パソコン。これ文章は見れないんだ。ミーティングルームに行けって言われたけど、なんか探索要素みたいなのはないのかな。
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
ストーリーこのままじゃ進みませんよって言われた。やっぱ行くか。いいよ、動いてやるよ。じゃあいい写真。なんで字幕できなかったんだろう。もうその悲しみが私は大きいよ。 ミーティングルーム？いや、ミーティングルーム行きたくないよね。うい、これさ、消せるけどつけれんね。2に行きたい。すまんマジでどここれナレーター何言ってるか分かんないと面白くないもんね。テリー許せん。なんか違うゲーム準備しとけばよかったな。カップヘッドぐらいしかやることない。I hate Mondays 嘘、タグロール草。ちょっと直そうよう見とんな。ほんまや。ロール消そう。でーん。消した。I hate Monday I hate Monday 私のカメラ移動激しすぎる。みんな画面用意したらごめんよ。トラックボールなんだ私言い訳するけど、なんかいけたグラフだ。うわ。
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Door on his left 左側のドアに入ったって言われた。Me too 左。いやでもほら、私反骨精神の塊やからさ、こう
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
アドバイアってどういう意味だっけ？英単語の意味が思い出せません。スタッフ何ルーム言ってた？ミーティングルームの道ではないらしいです。あ、麦ちゃんヤホー。ありがとう。挨拶中ヤホー。また遊びに来て、またなんかゲームしよう。あ、こんばんはネルトさん。うらうらうら。カチャカチャ言うだけでなんか開けたりさ、開けたり実はできない。できない。
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Cold drinks.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Hello, Magna-san.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Who?
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message. But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
仕事に戻るって戻らんよ。左のドアに入るっつってた。これ？こっちは。お金入れてください。お金ああ、あれか、ベンディングマシーンに。はい。
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
そうだよ。私は言うこと聞かないよ。で、普段こうね、こう生きてきて、私はこう真面目に生きてきて言うことを聞いてきたから、そろそろ私もね、言うこと聞かなくてもいいと思うんですよ。よっしゃ。これ飛び降り自殺とかできる？言っていい？ヒュー
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
死んだ
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
死んだ外国人になりそうお、死んだんだけど。ちょっと字幕字幕チャレンジも受けてあ、これ配信終わりみたいな、配信終わりみたいな。日本語か。日本ちょっと待って、もしかしてだけど、もしかしただけど、ちょっと足りてなかったかもしれん。ちょっと日本語化できるか、ちょっとこの場で日本語化しようと試みる作戦パート2。あちゃーおい、ダウンロードさせてくれ。すぐダウンロードできるかい。あ、できた。来たよ。これはね、いける気がする。間違った。からのちょっと待ってね。ポンってもう分かったかもしれん。なんか多分あれ多分日本語のあれ出てこん。日本語のなんていうんだっけ、フォントが入ってなかったのではないかという説を唱えてだな。こうしてだな。これをこう入れて、間違った。どれ？これか。これをだよ。ちょっとインターネットすまんな、グダグダで。でもちょっとさすがにみんな多分分かんなすぎるし、私も全部分かるわけじゃないから、それはちょっと悲しいので、よし、今度こそ行くぞ。今度こそ3度目の正直。オプションクローズキャッショニングをフルキャッシュ。よし、はい。まあ待ってって、もう一回待ってって。ありがとう、みんな待ってくれて。そう、ここで日本語にしちゃった方がみんなが幸せになるよね。いけたかね、知らんけど。はい、
This is the story of a man named
日本語
Stanley.
になったよ。もう一回見とく。
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number
日本語
427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, of every month, of
Every month,
year.
every year.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Happy!
And then one day, something very peculiar
おめでとう、ありがとう。
Something that would forever change
日本
Stanley.
語、イエーイ。
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
次は死なないように頑張りたいと思います。
All of his co-workers were gone.
無
What
視
could it mean?
行くぜ、
Stanley
最速。
decided to go to the meeting room.
最速。
Perhaps he had simply missed a
最
memo.
速クリア。最速クリア。最速クリア目指す。走れないのこれ。
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the
からの
correct way
右
to
で。
the meeting room, and Stanley knew it
からの。
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
からの。
admire it.
からの。
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour off, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
左側の
open
一つ
door
目開
on
いて
his
るドア。
left.
ドア入ると見せかけて、やっぱりここに戻ってくる。
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Good evening! はい。46.4 センチのバベルの塔さん。めっちゃでかくない？バベルの塔っ
Look,
てあれじゃな
Stanley,
い？
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Yay.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
でも
I'm
自
not
分
asking
一人
for
で決め
me,
ようとしない。
I'm asking for her.
はあ？はあ？
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
はあ？
She's been waiting.
ふう。バベルの塔ってあれじゃなかったっけ？あれは何の塔？ほらなんかパズルゲーム、大きさを大きい丸を下にしてちっちゃい丸を上に並び替えるやつ。あれバベルの塔じゃなかったっけ？だからバベルの塔はめっちゃ暗い。めっちゃ暗いんだけど。バベルの塔で大きいのあったのかな？やっぱやめた。でも落ちると死ぬよな。さっき死んだもん。ハノイの塔か。バベルの塔じゃなかった。びっくりした。
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
やだ、ホラゲになったんだけど。あ、これ。
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
なんだ俺
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one
そうな
another.
の
Music
彼の
comes
妻の
in,
アパー
fade
ト
to
奥
white,
さんいるん
roll
スタンリー
credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is
Yeah,
that even
鬼嫁やから。
possible?
鬼
None
嫁
of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
ありえんしゃべ
You're
る
not
な
Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
やだ
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
字幕ない
Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Practice あ、これは他の実験で重要なかったそんなもんですか
Excellent.
あ、来た
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8
何をチョイス
choices
したん
per
です
day. Do
最
you
低
make
8回の
more
選
than
択
8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the
Me.
feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
インストラクタ
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has
なんか
begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative
矛盾した物
contradiction.
語だけ
But
ど
not to worry.
So-
Now that you're properly informed on good decision making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
なるほどこれ抜けてる Danger everywhere Danger Stop Charts あ、これほんとだ Chart Chart バグってる More chart めっちゃグラフ書いてある Please I'm begging Stop 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 Please はあはいおこれアクセスしてください Choice 選択権が私にあ
Now
ると
that we
いう
know
わけ
your
で
choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine
Ah,
the main
本当だ。
character
飛び降りれない。
dying senselessly halfway through the story.
飛び
That
降り
story
れ
would
ない
make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
ダオ姿勢出すなくそよいしょはあシャープ1 今回のビデオの番号ですね。うらら、これいいな。私もなんかこう設計するやつやってみたい。机の下に潜り込めない。ナレーター静かになったな。やっぱこれ
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left,
左
back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
左カフィーナットはい、なんて書いてあるんだ。シャープ1 D&D わファーダーうわ、これさ、ドアが閉まんのめっちゃホラゲっぽい。てててててて、さっきのちょっと愉快な音楽が頭から離れない。てててててて。
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Hi.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left? 言うこと聞いてあげる？どうしよう。言うことを聞いたり聞かなかったりする。私は聞かない方がいいと思う。
No! Why did you do that?
Oh!
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
1, 2, 3 1, 2, 3 4, 5, 6 B 4, 5, 6 B 790。わ、すごい。めり込みまくっとる。おお、戻ればいいって言うてましたけども。はい。Keep dry。激アツのゲーム、知ってますか？これ激アツですよね。これめっちゃ面白いからやりたいとずっと思ってたんですよ。仕方ないな。初めて来た左側。うわ、眩しいわ。
It's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that
Yay.
my story, you've destroyed my work.
Everything is
Why?
okay.
For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
かわいそうになってきてちょっとかわい
No,
そう
I
になっ
have
てき
to.
た。
I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Productive work
I have to.
environment。うわー、ホラゲやん。うわー、やだやだ。おーホラゲやん。おっさんの電車が来たんですけど、うわー、結構遊んでるんですね。
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Yes, I'm a child.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
言うこと聞く？もう怒られたくない気持ちはなくはないけどさ、仕方ねえな。Go right! あーごめん、気合入っちゃった。
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker? Lady blow up beside you. Talk it up passive aggressively on other coworkers. Ah! Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. What do people want? Things. Money! Money! More money! More money! More money. Ah? このコップとか細かいとこめっちゃ気になる。あ、ピノさんこんばんは。マニーばかりくさんやっぱね、世の中金なんよ。私もお金が欲しい。実は昨日なんかこうピアノを買ったんですよ。ピアノっつってもそんな高くないやつなんですけど、電子ピアノをなんか弾きたくなって買って、貯金が減って今死にそうになってますあ、課題して頑張ってください。お疲れ様です。 Isn't people want death? No. I don't want to die. めっちゃ4 Do not alter without consulting Whiteboard Manager. ホワイトボードマネージャーがいるらしい。Everyone is unique. Number of slide on this slide. Chart in the slide. あアリエミーナズで笑った出ろって。出たよ。Broom Closet。いやピアノもうね、もう5、6年弾いてないんで多分弾けないですね。
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
飛び降りたい。You can jump. You can't jump. はあ実績を解除しました。You can't jump って書いてジャンプできないってマジで許せねえ。ジャンプさせろよ。You bought? Yes, I bought piano. Yes. あ、おしゃれ。いや、スタンリーのゲームのね、 デスクトップのアイコンこれなんですよ。You played? No. I can't play the piano well. まあいつか。
Stepping inside the manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to
Voice
it.
receiver.
Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115.
Night
Was
Shark
this the code to open the
115?
door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find
Night
out.
Shark.
Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
No.
He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
No. いやピアノマジで全然弾けなくなってるから。
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark
Night Shark
115. He spoke
115.
it into the receiver right there on the wall.
赤色で書かれてた今。Night Shark
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
115.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously.
Respect?
If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
めちゃめちゃ怒られるんけど。
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he
Oh!
entered the door on his left.
おお。え。
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door.
Really?
Are you listening to
Well,
me?
thank you for playing this
Can you hear
Stanley
me?
Parable.
Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to
What
make
the-
a decision. It cannot exist without you. You understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there?
めっちゃ下手に出るやん。
Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is
Just
correct.
there.
That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
紙してるの。
Take as much time as you need.
はあ。また戻されたよ。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
あれ
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
あれなんか違くないえ、私、うおー Welcome to the Whiteboard Ending! イェーイ Whiteboard Ending? ってこと
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Bark? ホワイトボードエンディングでいいよ。はい、違いますね。あ、こんばんは、瀬戸内さん。ピアノ練習配信需要ある。めっちゃ無心で弾くよ、私。コンソールって打ち込むやつ。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
いやでもこれ繋がってるやん。自殺しとらんし。開かない。Not choose is an option. I see. なるほどね。選ばないっていうのも一つの手なのか。これじゃあここでずっと時間潰してたらさ、なんかどっか扉あかんかな。これ何個ぐらいエンディングあるんですかね。Just crazy. いやでも待てない子なの私。ネタバレしてくれ。
Wow. Yes.
Yes.
This room.
Wow.
What a beautiful room.
Yes.
What a gorgeous, gorgeous room.
Gorgeous.
Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
ネタバレしてくれ。でもこれマジで分岐多いから。
Yes. Really, really worth it being here in the room.
1万はやばい。
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Really worth it. よしよしよしよしよしよしよしよ。
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left. Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
なるほど。なんていうメッセージですか？一番長いです。数時間かかるやつがある。マジっすか？これセーブされてはいるんですかね。 1.25 ドル150円ぐらいか。さあさあさあ、何もしない？何もしないという可能性。4時間以上かかる。4時間？どうしたら4時間かけれるのか。缶で150ちょっと高い。確かに缶は120円ぐらいですよね。と行くと見せかけて、 何も起こらない。行くしかないのか、これはもう。
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his
左側
left to get
失礼な
back
いて
to
るぞ。
business.
行かないと見せかけて。行かないと見せかけて行くか。
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
メンテナンスセクション、これメンテナンス行きたくない？行く行く。イエーイ。悩むの楽しいですね。どこに行くかワクワクしちゃう。
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
行きたくないでござる。 Just do the opposite to make him.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
あ、そう言われるとやっぱ左行きたくなるくない？あ、でも段ボールは。
No,
うわっ、びっくりした。
no, no, not the right.
あ、びっ
Why
くり
would
した。
I have
び
ever
っ
said
くり
it
し
was
た。
to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right.
Commando?
Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
おー。トラック。来た。イエーイ。うわ。
No, 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 no. This isn't right at all.
Nedabare,
We're not supposed to be here
nedabare,
yet. This is
nedabare.
all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back
Quiet.
to... Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely
待って。
unusable.
4、7。
How about rather than waste my time
Nana.
trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay.
あれ、いくつだっ
From
け？
the top.
スタンリーの番号忘れてた。スタンリー何番だっけ？ちょっと悔しい、もう一回行きたい。427。427、そうだ、427。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
全
had
部エンデ
simply
ィング
missed
だ
a
ったらや
memo.
ばくないですか？ 600 ぐらいあったよ。427、うわごめん、思い出せなかった。よく覚えてますな。さすがです。427ね。427。427。エンディングにたどり着かせてくれ。私はエンディングに連れてってくれ。ドア増えてない？
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Oh.
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
アドベンチャー。これ繋がっとるやん。これ繋がっとるやん。こことここと。どこに行こう。こっち気になる。 4時間じゃないけど割と長いルートに来て、マジっすか。サイクゲーム確かに。何こう何
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
ちょっとここだけでもこんな分岐あったら確か
All of
に
his co-workers were
全
gone.
部の
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
これ開いたりしないの？なんかあそこ開いてるよ。あかんあかんでござる。なんかさ、やっぱ裏口みたいなとこ行きたい。 4B6？ なんかあれなんかさ、バグらせた時に数字の羅列あったやつの扉っぽくない？そうじゃなかったっけ？いや裏道探すというかバグ探すか。確かにマジでブレスオブザワイルドのバグを次から次へとみんなが探してるみたいな感じありますよね。はい、これ実は割れるみたいな。おらおらおらおら。いい景色。Playing tricks! True. それな。お
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
来た来た。これ実はさ、壁に3と4分の3番線みたいな。走ってったら、コンつった。何がコンつった。怖いんだけど。3と4分の3番線みたいな。走ったらいけるみたいな。ポケモンの壁に波乗りみたいな。壁に波乗り的な。壁に波乗り的なやつ。私そうやってシェイビンを捕まえに行きました昔どんどんひどくなってる将来懐かしい。もう壁に波乗りでなんか北に何歩みたいな、上に何歩みたいな。めっちゃ連打できる。めっちゃ連打しちゃう。葉っぱ。このコーヒーこんな倒れてたっけ？うわっ！びっくりした。いやびっくりしちゃう。扉勝手に閉まんのはやっぱ良くないと思うし、勝手に開くのも良くないけど。猫かと思った。猫いいな。猫いいな。あそこ暗いよ。
Aha! I knew we'd
え
miss
やだやだやだ
something. The story. Here it comes.
Here you go 言われてもねのからの波乗り行けよって行けよって行けよって行くか言うこと聞くかいやこっちの方がさこっちの方がよくない？波乗りやっぱね波乗りですよ壁に波乗りしたい私は。怖い怖い怖い怖い。PT だ PT へ怖い怖い怖い怖い。これホラゲーでよくあるやつ。ホラゲーでよく
No, wait.
Arias.
Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and
Naminori.
retrace our steps.
波乗り波乗り波乗りこうびっくりした。 PT はね怖いから無理です。壁にちょっと壁に波乗りに夢を今見始めてる私は。壁に波乗りダークライ捕まえたい。ダークライあれPT だ
Now this...
どこ
Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
ど
I
こ
can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
どこここ
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
イエーイ
Oh no, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We
え
both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
あげて落と
Some
すやん
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to
リ
restart.
スタートノーノーノーノーあーあなんか書いてあるんだけど
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
アドベンチャーは
Just follow the line. How
TM.
simple is that?
アドベンチャーライン始まったよ。えパソコン減ってないWho farted? 電話の種類がこう1位に定まってない。このルートこの辺から好き楽しいアドベンチャーなんか I like work I like work I just 読めないふいアドベンチャーラインおおアドベンチャー来たでもさこういうちょっと向こうの様子が気になる私はこの逆に私は壁に波乗りの夢をまだ見てるからないや
No,
ん
no, I'm done. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
なんもないやん。もういやーザイン TM Poor protagonist is being bullied by the narrator so much. プロタゴニストってなんだっけ？そうだね。あ、主人公か。ああ。やだ。尺だな、アドベンチャーライン。待って、ソリティアやっとるやん。わしにもソリティアをやらせんかい。いや、行くしかないの？アドベンチャー。奇跡的にどっか開いたりしないか。
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
To destiny.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
不安になっ
Or to
と
put
る
it
やん。
another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that
存在の
existence,
本質
right?
とは。
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct?
ちょっと何言ってるかわかんない。
Hang on. That got a bit weird back
ちょっと何
there.
言ってるかわかんない。
Well, I'd like to apologize.
ちょっと何言
Not
ってる
sure
かわかん
where
な
I
い。
was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
おっ、びっくりした。戻ってきた。めっちゃ上がるの。じゃいけない。じゃあわお、腕マジそれびっくりした私も。やばい、ホップ。うわー、うわー、はてな。めっちゃでかい。音量下げた方がいいかな。ちょっと音量下げる？あ、めっちゃでかいな。こんなでかいと思ってなかったけど。トゥシュ？ちょっと小さくした。どうだろう。は。ちょっと小さかった。下げたんだけど。タッタッタダラッタ。はいはい。ちょっと小さくあ、そういキラキラしてる。なんか揺れてるよ、ライトが。でも私は全部確かめたいたちだ。 怖い。アニュアルレビュー、monthly ledger, corporate imbalances, console,だったった。だだだだだだだ。
Wait, cut the music.
Eh?
Go back and look at that fern.
シダ？これ？
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
伏線？伏線がさ、これが伏線ですっていうのはさ、ネタバレなんですよ。これ全部戻りたい私。進める気がない。もうアドベンチャーラインギザギザなんやけど。He's just messing with you.
Wait, what?
何を？
We're back at the office? No, no, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
こっちやっけ？ドゥー。アドベンチャーライン戻ってきたよ。実は開くみたいな。回れば開くみたいな。回れば。あれこっちが壁。あれ進んでたらアドベンチャーラインくんおー行くと見せかけての出たよ。気になってた裏口っぽいところ。戻ってきたよ。イエイ。
Oh, no, 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 not again. Line,
Line,
how could you
line,
have done
line.
this to us?
Yon ni.
After we trusted you.
あれだ。
Everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
ちょっと。
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
ほう。いいだろう。行くぜ。
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
ピディや
Be
ん。
wild.
ピディやん。
Use your imagination. Whatever it
あ
might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
戻れて、戻れた。これは、実はこっちも、こっちも開けてくれるみたいな。そういうことはしてくれない。してくれないのね。仕方ないな。こう。ドゥルルルぐるぐるぐるぐるぐるぐる楽しくなっちゃうなあ。ぐるぐるぐるぐるぐるぐるぐる。
Oh, no, not you again.
ぐるぐる
Stanley,
ぐるぐ
I'd
る
also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
No
Just don't
line.
acknowledge it. We should be fine.
そう言われるとさ、ラインについていきたくなるよね。よしよし。おっ、こうなんかすごい力でさ、すごい力でラインに従うみたいな。ラインくんのヘロヘロ具合途中でくにゃくにゃ。
Ah, a choice.
あ
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a
びっ
minute.
くりした。
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination
裏の逆の反
corresponds
対側のドアの
with
出
that
発点。
counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny
What logic
awaits.
だよ、マジ。おー、はあ。ん？エンディングって書いてあるよ。コンフュージョンエンディング。エンディングって書いてあるよ。まさかこの物語終わってしまうのですか？なんかもう片方のドアを開ける術はないのか。ここでもうめちゃくちゃ大変行くしかないのか。私はめちゃくちゃエンディングに着くことができました。知らねえな。はい。
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending.
Restart.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really
narrator
how
is
all
gone.
this goes?
After a long time,
determined?
Stanley dies.
So
死ぬ
now,
って。
according to the
死ぬって。
schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
スタンリー死ぬって。
Wall.
死ぬが
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
タイム
Is
出
it
てるか
really-
タイムアタック確かに
No,
18
it
分でき
can't
た。
be. I don't want it to be. I
リスタートし
don't
ない？
want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to
開けてよ。
forget what's going on.
開けて
I
よ
don't。want to be trapped like this.
開
I
けてよ。
won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
I won't do it.
And the
Oh.
timer stopped.
来た？
Does that mean did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that
書い
made
てる
this
こと全部
schedule?
覚える。
How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
うおーリスタートしたやん。ああ
All of his co-workers were gone.
ねえ、ナレーター全部忘れちゃったよ、私と
Stanley
の。
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
思い
had
出。
simply missed a memo.
私との。
Oh, please.
あれ
Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such
Go.
little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
お願い。
Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times.
マジ
I would say that's the kind of effort that
Yes.
warrants recognition.
20回クリックしてやるよ私は。何回やったかな。何回 ?20 回。まだ
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
あーね。ね、yeah, so obsessed ね。もういいよ。扉クリックするの飽きた。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
来ちゃった。これめっちゃ長かったと思う。マジっすか。来ちゃった。50回クリックしてればよかった。これで一つの何かを失ってしまった私は。ボライトへ。じゃあ行こうよ。
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
実績集め出すとトンチキなこといっぱいしないといけない。マジっすか。全部やるの
The
見
lounge
つ
was
け出そう。
sublime, a work of art. What was but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
からのやっぱりこっちに行くという。
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
カードがいるこれ。カードないカード。また飛び降りるわけにもいかんしな。あ、戻れない。行くしかない。
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Asking for her.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
こう。やば、このゲームやめ時全くわからん。以上回る出されるもん。これ何エンドに行ったかって見れるのかな。電話来るよね。電話。はい。
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to
で、
do
ここで
this.
は電話
To
取ってみる
reach
か。
out to her.
はい。ほう。
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just
Okay.
pulling the bread out of the oven.
あ。
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
うわあ。
Gotcha.
Huh?
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
なんやねん。
Sorry,
Eh.
but you're in my story now.
あ、廊下に飛び降りる。確かにその選択肢もある。確かにそれやればよかったな。
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
診断 Good morning, employee 47. Press C on your keyboard. No. 何し
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of
な
him.
んかボタン
And
押す
every
と
button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press 2. やだ。ベッド行きたいんすけど。あえて1を押したらいいみたいな。あ、なんか出てきちゃった。押さないと進まないこれ。
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Don't believe it. J C to J 別のキーを押せばいいみたいな。スカンバーグ相当悪い。これ押すしかないのこれ。我々はこれ生首置いてない？生首じゃない？ J 押すしかないのかこれはもう。
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press X to watch TV. Yay.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk
TV.
to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
私もね、でもそろそろ終わるからこれでエンディングを見たら私も最後にしようと思います。Spend time with the boys. Boys?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Prepare dinner. 全然言うとることと怒ってることが違うんですけど。
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
One more time. Your wife. Tell your wife you love her. I love you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be?
Wife!
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he
Why?
spends here, the more invested he gets.
ね
The more
ネ
he
タバレかもし
forgets
れ
which
ない
life is the
い
real
きなり
one.
このルートに行くなよって話。Go to sleep. Yeah.
And I'm trying to tell him this,
はあ
that in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
B!
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Question. To question nothing. No? Nothing. Press 5.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please
And Stanley
die!
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a
Die?
button. And I tried.
Die? はあ今の何エンドだったんだじゃあ今日はここまでにしようと思います。これ何個エンドなんだろう。ちょっとエンドの数くらいは調べようかな。ちょっと全部見つけれるかわからんけど頑張って他のエンドもやっていきたい。4時間かかるらしいけどと思います。とりあえず今日はこんなもんで3個落ちたやつとホワイトボードエンド見つけたのとあれか今のとコンフューズドエンド4時間の雑談雑談する気持ちでやんないといけない。ここぐらいやった？そんなやったか。今度はじゃあ言うこと聞こうかな。じゃあそんな感じでありがとうございました皆さん。もしまだチャンネル登録してない方が万が一いらっしゃったらよかったらチャンネル登録していってください。So I'm going to finish today's stream. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button. そういうわけで皆さんお疲れ様でした。バイバイ。